Welcome to the CMO Spotlight, and I'm so excited to have this conversation with DeLu Jackson, who is the EVP and Chief Marketing Officer of ADT.
Understanding the different types of communicators, right? So we tend to think like, well, I communicate like this, so everyone has to adapt. But as I was going through my leadership journey, particularly when I got global and realized that I really was the one that had to adapt, so that I had to understand my team and my peers and my partners as much as I expected them to understand me. And then that lesson was summarized for me when, I can't remember if it was a TED Talk or something else, someone said, what if we spend as much time understanding our teams and our people as we do understanding consumers? And that as a marketer meant a ton to me because I understood how each of my leaders or my team members could be most effective, and understanding them as almost as end users was really important. That it's connecting dots. And I'd say that in that obviously we deal with lots of information, with lots of components of our jobs. And it's the ability to process that quickly and understand the interrelated nature of those different things, because there's so many puts and takes. And I've found that, and I think it was back to my consulting days, how to process lots of information, put it together and make sense of it, and then communicate that back out to have impact to my businesses. Probably the biggest one for me is the true nature of collaboration and team peer elevation or peer support. That often in high performing teams, people look for their leaders to say, what should I do next? Or what happens when I interact with this person? Or, hey, I'm having a challenge here. And I think the peers can be a really big resource for that. That's really important for me, is that they're working together to help each other make progress quickly, particularly as they go up in level. That's more and more important. At Audi, when they were going through a transformation, a sort of reimagining the brand, I thought the campaigns that they ran were really unique. And I'll tell you a few of them. I started with a Super Bowl launch, and I think it was the R8. And they used a throwback to maybe it was the Godfather original. If you remember, they were talking about old luxury and this transformation to new luxury. And I think, you open on the scene in the house and they pull back the cover and it's the grill of an old luxury car. But if you follow that campaign trajectory, what I thought was so clever, it was this insight about the consumers really trying to reimagine what that space looked like. And having had the same solutions, which are great solutions, that there was a space for a challenger or a new entrant, and who's willing to play that. And I just thought, if you follow the campaign that happened over those years and the continuation of that theme, I just thought it was just great around consumer insight, really clever work, and just engaging, like really neat, fun ways to communicate brand, product, and transformation all in one. Just neat work. And again, across all my different companies, they've done clever and amazing stuff. But that one just really stood out for me. And it was really probably why it stuck with me. It was a transformation of me from doing just digital marketing to transforming into the broader marketing landscape. So really learned a ton in terms of my next few steps in my career. There's this great quote from a movie, I think it was Pulp Fiction, and it says, if my answers frighten you, you should cease asking scary questions. And I always love that quote because go back to my career, sort of this transformer, as I'm walking through all these different organizations and circumstances, those are always what we got. And we always had the balance of, right, do we frighten them with the answers? Or you talked about digital, you're transforming into digital and you want to explain it. And I think it was, we always got those big, tough questions. And then we always had to say, but we have to make sure that our audience understands it, feels comfortable with it, can go on that journey. It's cliche, but I really like Apple. I'll tell you why is that I didn't work on it, but we got to work together on different things. And I think they just had some principles and philosophies that they not only use, but they share with partners that were always interesting and then stuck with me, from digital development to technology to HDMI design and just human machine interface, all those different things. They just really, and you can see it all the way through to the consumer benefit, thought about product and development.